Stand by, stand by. All out, all out, all out. There we go, airborne. Let's find a thermal. Oh, come on. There we go, there's a thermal. Just got to use it now. Gordon rig is above me. So I'm in the right place. Whoa! I like that then. Well, this is not working. And I'm fully committed as well. We're getting back now. So I either go up or I land. It's not looking good right now. Ah, I can't believe it. Got something here. Can I make the most of this? Come on, Darren, come on. Well, here I am all the way up in the sky now. Perfect. So you may have noticed that hopefully that the sound is better than usual. Because I've got a new camera. And I'm hoping that the sound will be much better right now, much clearer. I will be doing a new video on the camera. But right now, this is a competition, and this is the Great British Aerotow Revival number 3. So here we go. G bar 3, and it's an Aerotow competition. So as you saw, I got towed up behind a microlight aircraft and then released at 2,000 feet, and then after that up to me to find a thermal. And I struggled at first, but right now there's 3 gliders ahead of me and 2 of them are below me, which is kind of a pleasing thing. This particular race is, come on you silly glider, turn. This particular race is 100 kilometers to anywhere, which basically means thermal, which basically means we need to fly 100 kilometers, but we can fly to anywhere we like, provided we don't fly in restricted airspace, of course. So what happened just there is I was on my way to where I could see a glider circling, and I've just hit a thermal before I've got to them, so I'm turning in that thermal. And if it doesn't work out, I'll go to where the glider's circling. So I'm giving myself more chances. So I can see a glider on the ground, so somebody's landed already, and two below me. (3,000 feet at the moment. Going up nicely again. Oh yeah! This is excellent. I love this kind of flying where I'm going up. Now I've lost the other two gliders that were beneath me. I don't know where they've gone. I can see one. Yeah, coming up, coming up. Well, he's not coming up to meet me because I'm going up faster than he is. It's time to glide. So I've got both of them beneath me now. I'm trying to work out who they are. Ah. So I know that ahead of me was Gordon Rigg, but it doesn't look like Gordon. So I'm not sure who it is. It might be Steve Blackler. Yeah, I think it's Steve Blackler. Oh, now it's all gone to rats again. Where's it gone? I was in the best bit over there. Let's follow Steve, because I'm above him, so he can find the thermal for me. Well, the one at the bottom is Andy Hollidge. And Gordon Rigg must be way ahead of us by now. Oh, there's a bird going around ahead of me. Let's go to where that bird is. Bird's going round. They're better at finding thermals than we are. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Going up. Woohoo! Going up in the world. I've just come in a climb above Andy Hollidge, and there's a bird chasing him round. He's going around in this thermal. There's a bird following him. That's so cool. There's another glider just ahead of us, which is Steve Blackler, and I'm watching him as well to see if he's climbing better, and if he is, I'll move thermals. Doesn't look to me at the moment. Hard to tell though. I'll keep an eye on him. Whilst also keeping an eye on my own thermal. I think I just found a little better bit of the thermal upwind. Going up nicely now. I think they've got it better than me now. I'm going to go over and join them. I kind of lost the best bit while I was fiddling with the radio. But yeah, they're coming up to meet me here. And that bird is still following Andy. Now Andy Hollidge, he keeps birds of prey, so perhaps it knows him and it's just following him round. They're definitely coming up to meet me. Good thermal, guys. Andy's turning really tight and he was coming up to me. There it is. Flipping out, Andy Hollidge climbs like a monster. Andy's a great pilot. He's been climbing so well. It gets really tight in this little thermal and just bullets up towards you, and like, I can't match him, he's just really fast. And now there's 3 of us on a glide, looking for the next thermal, 3,000 foot up, at 90 kilometres to go, no, 83 kilometres to go, I think. So we've done like 17k, not very far, but we've made a start. There he is, just beneath me. Isn't this cool? We're down to below 3,000 feet now, but we're going up slowly. Highest we've been so far is 3,500 feet. Cloud base is rising. Oh, there's a sailplane ahead. Andy's headed for the sailplane, I think. No, he's come back to me. Sailplane's not turning anyway. Meanwhile, Steve has escaped us. He's rocketed up. So we've lost Steve. So there's obviously a better thermal around here somewhere. We've got to find it. I think Andy might have found it. I found something there, but what Andy's got looks a bit better. I'm going over to Andy. He's now above me, the swine. There we go, that's it. So there's a sailplane thermaling in this above this town directly ahead of me. And they're joining the thermal with the sailplane. How cool will that be? How cool is that? Thank you, Mr. Sailplane. You've given me a 400 foot a minute up thermal. Oh, it's gone to more than 500 foot a minute now. Nice. Nice! Oh yeah, back above 3,000 feet again. Climbing nicely. 5.6, 560 feet a minute going up. Don't know where Steve is, but Andy's above me at the moment. Woo-hoo-hoo! I've left the sailplane for dead. How cool is that? Yeah! Oh, I see Andy, he's just set off on a glide above me. Won't be far behind him before I'm gliding. So my mount's broken. Bugger, something's broken on it.
At this point in the flight, the mount had broken off and I'd been fiddling with it in the air until it got to the stage where I actually pulled the microphone out by mistake, so I lost all the sound. So here I got really low again and I was looking for a thermal. I searched over the brown field that you can see, and I searched over the little village next to the brown field looking for thermals. That's where I expected to find a thermal. And eventually I found a bit of a thermal just sort of between the brown field and the village, or it started on the edge of the brown field near to the village. And it was difficult at first, but I gradually climbed out. And I climbed out eventually to just over 3,000 feet. Now the wind direction here was taking me where I did not want to go. It was taking me towards the airspace, and I had seen a sailplane circling across the wind from me. So when I got to 3,000 feet, I was not really going up very much, and I decided to leave that little bitty bit of the thermal that I'd still got and fly to where I'd seen the sailplane. And I flew over another village to get there, looking for a thermal in case there was one off that village, and then directly to where the sailplane was. Unfortunately, I did not find any thermal whatsoever all the way down, and I just kept going then until I ended up landing in a landing field. And here you can see my landing, which was quite fast. I usually make the mistake of flaring too late, so on this one I flared just a little bit early, a little bit too early, which made me balloon up. So then when I hit the ground, my nose just dropped, but it was absolutely fine.
So that was my first go with this Insta360. I've bought the new X4 Pro to replace all my other gear. I thought I'd invest in a better camera, and it was a test as well to see how it went with the microphone. So you may have noticed, hopefully, that the sound quality was better, but then probably there's a large part of the flight with no sound whatsoever because the Insta360 fell off its mount. My old mount that I used broke and then dangled, and the cable, the microphone cable, came out of the extension. So you'll probably saw me chittering on with no sound coming whatsoever because I had microphone plugged in the Insta360 and nothing on the other end of it. So that was a bit of a pain, and that did cause me to faff around a bit in the air, and I can't really say that was to blame for my landing. Poor piloting was to blame for my landing. So there was a couple of issues. One was we had the wind direction was taking us directly into Birmingham Airport's airspace, and the question is, do we go to the south of it or to the north of it? And I elected to go to the south of it, and I put some waypoints in my instrument to help me navigate towards the south of it. I'm not sure what other people did, whether they went to the north, but the wind has switched round considerably to the east, so considerably to the south. So it's south and east. So that means it would have probably helped people more who went to the north of it, potentially. I'm not really sure, because there's quite a distance to cover. But I didn't quite make it around the corner. I wasn't far off getting around the corner where I would have then been clear of it, but I didn't make it. And consequently, I was flying with nobody for quite a while. It's always helpful when you're flying with other people because you can use them to help you find the thermals and you work as a team together. But of course I was on my own, subject to luck and my own skill or lack of it, and so here I am on the floor. The first thing that hits the floor on a landing like this, where the GoPro's fallen off, where the Insta360 has fallen off its mount, is the Insta360. But actually, it looks alright. It doesn't look like it's scratched or anything, which would be a shame if it was scratched on its very first journey out. So yeah, I won't say I'm overly pleased with the flight, but at least I got away from the airfield, and I had a bit of a good flight. Too much faffing with the Insta360, to be fair, because it fell off its mount, so that's something I'm going to have to address for the next time. But I hope you enjoyed that video. I will do a review of the Insta360 at some point once I've got to grips with it, and we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe using the subscribe button. I'm not sure if it's up or down, wherever it is, down I think. Please subscribe and keep watching for more videos. Thank you.
Here you can see the route that I took. So it started at the airfield here, and this is the tow up, and then I got dropped off here, and here I was looking for my first thermal. Didn't do very well, and it was around about here when I started to, no, in fact here when I started to get up high and got my first proper thermal. And then over this area here I met Andy Hollidge and Steve Blackler and flew with them around all this area here, around Corby. And then somewhere around here we lost Steve. Steve went off to the south this way, which is the way I should have gone, to be fair. And then here we have Market Harborough, where I found the sailplane and a nice climb out with the sailplane. And then I was trying to get south to go around the airspace. However, I ended up turning sort of west again, basically going for the clouds and looking for somewhere to fly, to get up. And just here I found a thermal with some sailplanes near a gliding club. And then finally, this is where it's starting to get difficult. This is where I had that low brown field that you see me on in the in fact, no, a bit further on. A bit further on is the low brown field where you see me gradually climb out without going up very fast, and then abandon that. And my final glide then to my landing field, which was near a place called Kilsby. So that was my flight. It ended up being 45 kilometres long on the scoring, and it put me in second place. Unfortunately, the weather did not play ball with us for the rest of the trip, and that was the only flight of the competition. So I ended up in second place. To be fair, I would rather have had more flights and I would have been happier to have a lower position, but yeah, it was good in the end and I enjoyed that, and it was a good first test of the Insta360 X4 Pro camera.